Once upon a time, there lived a farmer in a village. He was very poor. He used to earn his living by doing farming activities every day. One fine day, he was digging the land as usual, and while digging, he came across with a big pot. But he didn't pay any attention to that pot, and during the lunchtime, he just kept his eggs in that pot while he was eating. As soon as he finished his lunch, to his astonishment, he saw that his eggs was multiplied to hundreds of eggs in that pot. He was really surprised, at the same time happy too. He thought to himself,
"How come the one eggs became the hundreds of eggs? I don't understand."
Then he took away those eggs and took up a stone from the ground and put that stone in that pot. And when he looked inside the pot, instead of a stone that he put in, he found that there were hundreds of stones lying there. That time he realized that the pot was a magical one. So he brought the pot back home and kept it in secret place. From that day onwards, he used that pot to satisfy his needs. So whenever he wanted fruit, he would put a fruit into that pot and he would get hundreds of fruits in return from that pot. That way, gradually, he started becoming rich. But that farmer was an honest farmer. He never used the magic of the pot for satisfying his greed. He was not a greedy farmer. However, his neighbor noticed that farmer was getting richer and richer day by day. So he tried to find out the secret of his richness. So one day, neighbor stood outside his window, peeping into the farmer's house to find out what the farmer was doing. That time, farmer kept a little spoon of milk inside the pot, and he got a liter of milk from the pot in return. And now the neighbor got to know everything about it, and he thought of an idea how to steal that pot from farmer. At night, when farmer was sleeping, the neighbor entered his house and he stole that pot and went back to his home. He was very curious to know the magic of the pot. He wanted to find out if there was anything inside the pot. So he put his hand inside the pot and he found nothing in the pot. But to his surprise, when he took out his hand, he realized that he had got hundreds of hands, and he couldn't believe his eyes. He was very scared because he didn't know how to bring those hundred of hands back to one again. So whole night he was just thinking and thinking. The next morning, when he came out of the house, people were really scared. They thought he was a devil with hundreds of hands on one side and one hand on others. So other villagers started throwing stones on him and they drove him away. And when the farmer saw what happened to that neighbor, he realized that the neighbor must have put his hands in it. So the moral lesson of the story is that don't be jealous of anyone and never ever steal anything from anyone.